Hey, this is my response to Marvel Sucker's review of the Watchmen movie, and I just saw it this morning after I read his review, and I thought it was terrific. I just love the movie. I can't say enough about it. I can't wait to get the DVD because it's got so many, have so many features. And I was watching the credits, and it was talking about people who starred as so and so and so and so, and there's lots of characters. It's a very historically based kind of a historical fiction based movie, so there's lots of these characters, these famous characters like Dick Cavett and Truman Capote and all these people that were featured in the movie, like little glimpses, and I'm thinking I didn't see them in there, and I want to watch the movie again and see if I can find these characters. There's all those like cast of thousands, because I mean there's obviously Nixon and Kissinger and all these people who were famous historical figures, but in an alternate reality. But as I was watching the end of it, it was just funny. But anyway, the movie was fantastic. It was so much like the graphic novel. I felt like I was reading the graphic novel, except it was better. And the ending is different than the graphic novel, but I think they updated it. It's in the spirit of the novel. It works, and I just I just can't say enough about it. I just thought it was a perfect movie, and like Marvel Sucker is right. The casting was perfect, dead on casting. If you read the novel and you look at the people who played the different characters, it's them. I mean, it's amazing how close they were and how they did it so well. Now, I do want to say something about the Matrix style, the so-called Matrix style action sequence. Actually, that I wouldn't call it Matrix style. I think it's a very slowing up of the thing. I mean, Matrix was the first movie to put that type of cinematography, that type of filmmaking into the vocabulary of filmmaking. I mean, they added another little tool that the cinematographers can use, but see, the graphic novel calls for that. The pacing of the graphic novel calls for exactly that Matrix style tool, or that matrix style cinematography. It calls for that, and I wouldn't say that it's borrowing from Matrix. I would just say that it's using something that Matrix established to good effect, and it's using it just like the novel calls for it. Because when I was seeing those slow motion action sequences, I was at that. I got this. I felt like I was reading the novel. I've remembered thinking about how the novel was like that, and so anyway, I was reading the graphic novel, or when it was coming out in 1985, it came out, and that was a banner year for comics because Miller came out with the Dark Knight Returns, and Frank Miller came out with that, and this came out at the same time. And so to me, the music was fantastic because so much of it was 80s, and I was 25 in 85, and it was a fun time to be a young man, and I just remember, and a young comic geek, and I just remember the movies the music brought back those memories, and I thought the music was pretty great, pretty dead on, pretty good. There's I just can't say enough about that movie. I just loved it, and so Alan Moore, I know he didn't want to have anything to do with it. I understand his situation. He doesn't like that commercial thing. DC Comics and Warner Brothers are kind of like an octopus. They kind of they have these like commercial ventures. They kind of sometimes seem a little sinister to a person who's really for creative independence and all that. And they kind of, Alan Moore and DC Comics had a falling out back then, and so that's just kind of his deal. But I think his genius is stamped all over that movie. I mean, the script was good because the graphic novel was good. The dialogue was good because the graphic novel was good. I mean, things were so close. And even though Alan Moore didn't want to have his name on it, his creative DNA is all over that movie. So he could be fussing, but doesn't matter because he's a genius, and he's kind of like Dr. Manhattan. He's above it all. But I just thought the movie was terrific. Oh, everything was perfect. So I don't know, I loved it. So that's my 2 cents worth, and let's see. I'm gonna do a little filler here because I always get cut off. So I saw. The movie theater I went to was really great. It was one of those huge AMC movie theaters. Yeah, I wish I would have taken a video with me into the movie theater, just because they had these really nice Watchmen displays and stuff. And I'm just biding time because I know they're going to cut me off, but I just want to make sure they cut me off a little later than it. So yeah, love the movie. It was cool, and recommend it. Thumbs up. So thanks. You know, after I saw Marvel Sucker's review, I was like going, okay, I got to see this movie. I got to see this movie. And I happened to be off today, and so I looked in the theater and guides and found out it was at 10 o'clock in the morning this morning, and it was fairly packed. So I wasn't totally crowded, but I had to look around to find a good place to sit because there are a lot of people there at 10 in the morning on a Friday morning. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling because I know it's gonna cut me off, but. I wish you all the best, and thanks for the review. Take care now.